Randy, we're looking at some pictures now of a recent trip that you made, I think maybe with Chancellor Plowman. Of course, you're never standing still, so I wasn't really surprised, but it looks like you were in Europe and maybe elsewhere. What was the point of that trip? What sorts of things do you think you accomplished or made a difference on?
Well, I was there with Chancellor Plowman and Chancellor Engel from UT Chattanooga. Both universities have a really strong partnership with Volkswagen. One of the things that we're trying to do at the University of Tennessee is to be the leading university in the country in aligning ourselves with the workforce. Oftentimes you hear people say that universities are out of touch with the workforce. That's not the University of Tennessee. We are embedded with our employers, whether it's K-12 school systems, whether it's hospitals producing nurses, or whether it's our manufacturers that need supply chain and logistics experts or engineers or whatever type of specialty that they need. One of the things we've been talking about with Volkswagen is the German model, in which they have many of their students working in their plants, in their factories, and the apprenticeship programs they have. And so in every conversation with Volkswagen, they would talk about all the great things that they do in Germany. So the idea behind the trip was, let's go to Germany, let's go visit the universities, the apprenticeship programs. And so the primary purpose of the trip was to learn best practices, find out how they were doing things, and then bring those back to our universities.
Interesting. UTC obviously has a Volkswagen down in the Chattanooga area. Would that be something that might be started down there as well? Or?
Yeah, yes. UT Knoxville has a great partnership with Volkswagen, doing a lot of research projects with them. UT Chattanooga has the opportunity to do that and more, providing more of their workforce that they're looking for. But no, it's not just a Volkswagen facility. It's the Volkswagen facility for all of the United States. It's the only factory in the United States, and it's one of our biggest employers in our state. They've already moved their headquarters there for all of North America, and I believe they'll be moving other things there as well. But it's one of the key partner for the state of Tennessee, and as the University of Tennessee, we need to make sure that we're giving them all the support they need.
You have seen an explosion in applications for the University of Tennessee. The last time you were on this broadcast, you talked about they were up 15%. You've talked to fellow presidents in the Big Ten, they're down 15%. This growth can't go at this level forever. There are costs to growth. What's the anticipation? Record enrollment is a part of a press release just this week. Let's talk about the challenges that presents to you.
Well, first off, we're hopeful that we can continue for quite some time. 2 years ago at UT Knoxville, they had 39,000 students apply for 6,700 slots. Last year, they had 49,000 students apply for 6,700 spots. Earlier, I was talking with some of our chancellors this week about their current growth. This year, our campuses all across the state are experiencing anywhere from 30 to 40% increases in application this year. Tennessee is a hot state. University of Tennessee is a hot university across the system. UT Knoxville leading the way, but Chattanooga, Martin, UT Southern are all experiencing increasing demand. Each campus has challenges. Each campus needs more housing. UT Knoxville is one in particular. We're building 2,500 new houses, or new beds right now. We've got 1,800 or 1,900 coming on board or online in the fall of 2025, and another 750 in the fall of 2026. And as soon as we get those underway, we'll be building more. So our gating item is the housing, but we're working now with the state to create something called P3s, public-private partnerships, where we're having outside partners help us build these quicker. So we can't fix it overnight. We won't be able to increase the capacity by 2024, but by 2025 and beyond, we will be able to.
One thing you've done is try to acquire property in South Knoxville, and there was a lot of talk about the pedestrian bridge. Do you still think that's a possibility? If yes, how quickly could it get done?
Okay, so the first part of your question is easy. It's a 100% possibility. I believe we're going to get it done. The state's already given us $20 million. We've already acquired some of the land. So I think it's a certainty that we're going to be able to build this bridge. And not only does it open up new areas for the University of Tennessee, but it also revitalizes a part of our city that has been kind of neglected. And so I'm excited about that part of our city. I was raised by half my childhood by my grandmom and granddad, which lived about a mile from where this area is. So I'm happy about what this is going to do for that part of our city. But It's definitely going to happen. Now, when it's going to happen, that's like any construction project. I've learned in the limited amount of time I've been involved in construction, I'm not going to predict when a construction project is going to get done. But hopefully within this decade, under my watch.
One of the complaints we've heard about that pedestrian bridge, and I used to live in South Knoxville, so it's an intriguing idea, but one of the complaints I've heard is that it really only benefits UT. This is all really just to make life better for UTK, and I'd love to hear your response.
Oh no, if you look at that part of Knoxville, they need development. And what this will do is open up an opportunity for housing for faculty, students, but other people as well. There'll be retail, there'll be restaurants. It'll be an economic boom for that part of our city.
Let's move to some quick fire questions. John, you have a few in mind.
UT Southern, the newest campus, how's it doing?
It's doing fantastic. They're going to break 1,000, or they broke 1,000 in enrollment this year. They've increased retention by over 15% in their first 2 years. They're doing tremendous.
I think Dr. Joe Johnson said athletics are any university's front porch. Agree?
Yes, there's a halo effect too. Even when UT Knoxville does well, all the other campuses benefit, and UT Knoxville itself has been benefited greatly by the positive PR. We had game day at our campus twice last year. There's 11 million viewers that will watch the commercial that we run during the game. So great opportunity to get a lot of positive publicity about the campus.
Going to put you on the spot. Don't know if you know enough about this or not, but I got to ask. We have heard intriguing rumors about a broadcast studio for UT that might be located right near Neyland Stadium someday in the future as a learning tool for students. Anything you know and can share about that with us?
There's so many things happening at
Sure.
the University of Tennessee. I can't keep up with all the good things. That's one that I don't know anything about.
Well, it sounds really cool if it happens.
How about the state legislature? Helpful, or did it hurt the university in this last session?
Incredibly helpful. The things that they're passing from a budgetary point of view, the University of Tennessee and all universities in the state of Tennessee are blessed to have a state that's so financially well run that is able to give us additional funding. At the University of Tennessee, our operating funds have been increasing every year over the last 5 years. You look at other states like West Virginia, for example, they had an $80 million cut last year. We're blessed to be in the state of Tennessee. We owe that to the governor and the legislature.
Diversity. How are you dealing with that as a priority at the university?
It's a top priority. It's it's a foundation of our 5 pillars of our strategy. We're continuing to try to find ways to do it better. At the University of Tennessee, over the last 10 years, as we reported at a board meeting just 3 months ago, we haven't really moved the needle in either faculty or student diversity. And when we think about diversity, we're thinking about not just race, but also about rural students, thinking about our veterans, adult learners, Pell eligible students, first generation students. So diversity in its broadest sense. And we've got a lot of work to do, but we're actually spent the last 3 months revisiting our efforts and trying to figure out new initiatives that we can do to do a better job.
All right, we've got to take a quick break on Inside Tennessee. That was our conversation about the university and what's ahead. We're going to talk some baseball right after this.